Hello people of the internet. Oh, so I have got these, which are the Arrtx Metallic Paint Pens, and one of the things that I wanted to do with them is compare them to these, which I have reviewed before, because these are metallic paint pens. Metallic texture effect, fine tip brush tip, available on different surfaces. Doesn't say acrylic anywhere, I must admit. Did think that they said acrylic on them, which they don't. They just say metallic pens, metallic paint pens. And these Spectral Noir ones are twin tip metallic markers. They don't say paint on them. So I just want to compare them, because I actually want to compare these with these, and these, which are metallic paint markers, these, which are metallic pens, which I have compared with these before, and these, which say metallic paint markers. So let us do these against these first of all. So somewhere in my swatch book I have the swatch of these. Where is my swatch book? Okay, let's have a look. So we have the swatch, or where would it be? That's glitter gel pens, that's Faber-Castell pens, and these are glittery Spectral Noir glitter pens. No, it's the metallic ones, isn't it? Oh, here we go. So this was these. Poof! This was these, and this was these. This was these, and this was these. So you can see what they came out like. Really nice colours. So the greens are really nice there. This was the Rare Minerals set, and that's the Antique Elements set, and then that's the Precious Metal set. So there's probably them ones that we want to check, because they're the ones with the most colours on them. The Rare Minerals set. Because in the Arrtx pens, I've launched straight into this one. No preamble, haven't I? So I guess these ones are gold, and then these ones look like colours. So let us do that. Let me get the Rare Minerals set out. Okay, so there we go. In these ones you get a pink quartz, a red garnet, a green citrine, a jade green, a blue topaz, and an Amazon. Amazon. An amethyst. Oh my word. Amethyst. So let's bring you down. Let's get a couple of matching colours first of all. Let's see what matches. So let's say that one of these two greens is going to be that green. And then there's that mucky green, which will probably be similar to that mucky green in theory. And then that blue and that purple will be that blue and that purple. And then that red, is that red? Red garnet will be that red. Alright. Let's do what I always do first of all and compare the pens. So these are the Arrtx Metallic Pens. You've seen them all over the internet. They have a brush marker at one end, ooh, quite a small little brush marker, and a fine tip marker at the other end. And on that's it. They have a barcode here, but they don't have any colour numbers. And on the Spectral Noir, let's get them the same way around, they have a brush tip, which is similar in size. Yeah, maybe a little bit smaller on the Arrtx one. And then they both have a, oops, that's the brush tip again. Poof. Okay, so they both have a bullet nib, and the Spectral Noir bullet nib is a little bit pointier, and that's rounder. Okay, so let us do the compare. So this first go of an Arrtx metallic pen. Okay, nice and smooth lay down, quite metallic-y. You see the shimmer there, not, I found with a lot of these type of pens that sometimes when they're metallic-y, they are just really an ink with a sort of silver overlay on them. Now they feel very similar with the lay down. I mean, these don't feel like paint compared to these, but the opacity on the Arrtx ones is, they actually look more metallic-y than the Spectrum Noir ones. These ones feel more like ink with mica in them, and these do actually feel a bit more metallic-y. Let's do the other end as well while we're at it. Okay, that's the, oh, I can't remember which one I did now. Did that one, I think. That's, oh, these are nice pens. Don't feel quite as, look at that, see, that is a nice, I'm always confused when paint pens you don't have to shake them. You don't have to shake these either, but these are not badged as paint pens. You can see this one has got more of an overlay, like silverness to it. Okay, let's do the two, oops, let's do the two red ones now. Oh, that's a real mulberry colour. That's a beautiful colour, like a Christmas colour. And then let's do the red garnet comparison. That's redder, squeakier. I'm just smelling that. No, neither of them really smell. That's really interesting because that red garnet Spectrum Noir metallic pen doesn't look like it's got any metallic in it at all. That's a beautiful colour, that, and you can see the metallic in it. They look quite nice, these. Let's see if there's, yes, it's got a bit more metallic in that. Maybe you do have to shake them. No, not really. No metallic. Totally different colours though. I mean, that is burgundy compared to that, which is red. Let's do the blue now. I'll leave a space so I can do tests of the other pens as well. Try not to get myself too confused by having too many pens open at once. Okay, that's this colour. Oh, I've done them in the wrong column now. That was the blue topaz in the Spectrum Noir. Oh, look at that blue. That is the unknown blue in the Arrtx. They don't look anything like their nibs, you know, colours. That looks more like that. Let's have a look at the two colours there. So you can see that has got more colour to it. That you would not think. I mean, they're that way round, aren't they? That is that colour, and that is that colour. Arrtx Metallics are looking much nicer than the Spectrum Noir Metallics. Okay, and we've got a dirty green to do. So let's do these. Arrtx, beautiful colour. And Spectrum Noir, similar colour actually. They are both very similar. Arrtx, again, you can see the light shimmering on the Arrtx as opposed to the metallicness of the Spectrum Noir ones. It seems to be distinctly lackluster. Let's finish with the purple ones and then we'll compare with these other ones. So that's a real deep purple, and then this Spectrum Noir one. Whoops, using the wrong end. Okay, that's a lighter purple. Again, not much metallic in that Spectrum Noir. A lot of metallic in the Arrtx ones. Okay, so that is, oh, I need to put a header on these, don't I? This is Arrtx. Should have done a fancy swatch sheet. This is Spectrum Noir. Apart from that one, which are round the wrong way. Okay, let's get the other pens and compare them. Oh, out of interest, these for a set were £18 for 18. Does that sound about right? No, I don't think there was that much. But these are £10 a set of 6. So effectively they're £30 for 18. So these are more expensive than these. So let's put that here as well. Let's put £18, though I think it's a bit less. And let's put £30. So we can see what you get for your money. Right, next pen. I have no idea what this is going to look like between these two, these parts of the footage, because I am literally videoing this video 5 minutes at a time when I've got 5 minutes. So I have already swatched some of these Arrtx metallic pens here and swatched some of the Spectrum. Now you know that because only 10 seconds have passed since you've seen that, whereas for me this is 5 days later. So let's have a look what I was going to do. The other thing that I was going to do was I was going to compare the Arrtx Metallic, Spectrum Noir Metallic. These are the Arrtx. These are Spectrum Noir. Spectrum Noir Red was not very metallic at all. That blue was very metallic. Both greens was good. Interestingly, one of the things I've noticed is that you can do that, which almost sort of, I don't know, etches into the metallic layer. And then I was going to compare these. Now these are cheap. I've got them on Amazon. I swatched them. There's a video somewhere. Well, there's a video on my channel. If I can find it, I'll link it and link it down below. I bought them when I first started colouring in the new era, and yeah, they were cheap. They was like, I don't know, under a tenner. So what I've done is to save the weight. Oh, I've just messed them up now. I had sorted out one that looked greeny, one that looked reddy, one that looked bluey, one that looked greeny, and one that looked purpley. Now, bear in mind, I can't remember how many of these there were. 30 maybe? Up to 27 on that one. So, yeah, 30. Definitely 30. Possibly even 32, because that one's labelled 30. Like I say, they were under a tenner when I bought them. And I remember that when I compared them to the Spectrum Noir pens, they weren't that bad, you know. In fact, when I swatched the Spectrum Noir metallic pens, they reminded me of these cheapy pens. So let's see how good the cheapy pens are alongside the Arrtx. In fact, I'm going to put them this side of them, because really we're comparing them to the Arrtx rather than the Spectrum Noir. They have no numbers on them, by the way. I had to put my own numbers on them. So this is green. Let's go down so you can see how that goes, and you can see the metallic sheen on that. I mean, I think these and these are very similar. They're like ink with a silver layer over them. These Arrtx ones have less of the silver and they're more like a metallic colour, almost like a metallic car paint, for want of a better word. Let's do this one, the red one. It's very dry. I mean, these are a couple of years old now. Yeah, this is drying out. These aren't going to last much longer. And that hasn't. You see, it's very similar in colour to that. And in fact, if that had a bit of metallic on it, it would be the same. Very different to the Arrtx one in the middle. I mean, the Arrtx ones don't look like paint, to be fair. Okay, let's do the blue. Now that. Very similar colour to that Arrtx one. More silvery though, it's got that silver layer in it. Oh no, look! Aha! I pointed around the wrong way. That was the Spectrum Noir and that was the Arrtx. You'll remember that because you saw it. Okay, so yet again, they're very similar to the Spectrum Noir, and the Arrtx is, again, looks like a metallic car paint compared to... The Arrtx ones are really nice, aren't they? And I don't like metallic pens. Okay, we're going to do this green. Again, this green's pretty much dried out. Yeah, these pens are on the way out. Haven't even really been used. I think I used them a couple of times. A couple of mandalas. again, that and these are very similar to the Spectrum Noirs, really. These cheapy ones, very similar. So it's like you lay it down and you see the sort of, as it dries, the silver comes over the top. Yeah, not really much. There's a bit of metallic in that one. So that was the, what are we calling these ones? Gangnam style. GuangNa. I'm just going to put a G there. Okay, so that was that, and they're single-sided. The other ones had a double end, didn't they? So that is those. That is the cheapies, the Spectrum Noir and the Arrtx. Now I have another set of pens that I want to compare, and that is these. Now this is, they're also by Gangnam Style, GuangNa, but these are actual shiny metallic paint markers, and this is the second set of these that I have. I have an open set. Are they open, or did I give them to my brother? I think I ended up letting my brother take them home. We use them for stone painting, and they are really good. So I bought a second set when they went cheap. Like, I can't remember how cheap these were. Less than £7, I think, when I bought them. So let's try and pick some colours that match the colours here. I think that's the mucky green. That's a red. That's that blue. And a purple. That's a purple. And then that one up there is supposed to be a green. So we'll go with that. Now these are pump action ones. So you can hear the ball in these ones. So these are different to these three, which have all not been shaky shake ones, but I'm deliberately wanting to compare the Arrtx paint markers, because the Spectrum Noir and the cheap ones, metallic pen ones, are not listed as paint markers. These are listed as paint markers, and these are listed as paint markers. Now these are the shaky shakies, as I said, so we'll get it out of its polythene, and I shall get a bit of paper for pumping. Okay, so I found that when I've done these, right, when I have done these ones before, it's a push down, push up, and it's already coming through. They come through very quickly, these pens. They must have a good mechanism. Okay, so these flow amazingly. Now, I know these are good. Like I say, this is my second set of these. We have had a set in my stone painting stuff for a long time, and I think I ended up giving to my brother. So this is the second set. Let's just shake it. Oops. Like I say, that pump. Do the pump. It's very quick, the pump on these. They're very fluid. Look, boof. They're through. One squeeze. I've just noticed how wet they are as well, because I've just smeared that on there. Look at that, how wet they are. They're very juicy. These are very painty pens. So at the moment they're wet. Look at the sheen on it, but that's wet rather than metallic. That one's very wet. Look at it. They're very fluid. Let's shake this one. Give them a good shake, because the mica, the metallic bit, is probably sitting at the bottom or at the side, or which is probably why they're more fluid than they should be, because it's just water and dye we're probably getting at the moment. I'm not optimistic that there's any kind of paint in these. Okay, let's pump. Okay, that blue's through already. Very similar colour to the art. Oh, that's the no, that is the Arrtx. Very similar colour there. Make sure these lids clip on. Now we've got a yellowy green, olivey green. Turn you up a little bit. Okay. Oh, I've already pumped this one. Probably shouldn't have shook it then. Oh, look at that colour. That is a beautiful colour. These are paint markers. These are paint markers. Okay, and then the purple. So, shaky shake, 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 shake. Look at me not doing a swatch sheet, being all loosey-goosey. You know what I'm normally like? This would all be colonised. It's the Arrtx Spectrum Noir. It's lack of time at the moment. So, this is what it is. So, oh, that first breaking the seal is really hard. And then we'll go down. We're pumping it already through. Look, whoa. Okay, we're through. We are through. Oh, that's very dark. That it's almost like a blue. Yeah, there literally is the first part of that come through was almost just silver. So there's probably a blockage of mica-y, powdery, metallic stuff. Okay. Let's get these up to the light, which is now coming in very brightly. Are they dry yet? Tacky, dry, 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 wet. So, you can see the Arrtx Metallic Paint Pens and the Pump Paint Pens do look really similar, but much different to the Spectrum Noir and GuangNa style metallic pens. So look, those two, the Arrtx, they do look like proper paint pens. I mean, these are nice. These are nice if you like that hard tip. I'm just going to get one of these out again because, like I say, it's been 5 days for me. Have another go on one of these. Oh, there's such a nice nib on those. Dries the metallic really comes through. How do you shake it? Do you need to shake these things? Do they say shake them? They say nothing. Oh yeah, strangely a little bit of shaking did make it more metallic looking. They're nice, aren't they? These are nice. Interesting. They are nice. Now, one of the things I said at the beginning of this video was I was going to compare them to these. There's no point in me comparing to these. Oh, yeah, look, I've got to paint everyone now, look. What am I like? These are true metallic, almost solvent-y metallic pens, like gilding pens almost. I know that because I have opened this one, Spectrum Noir Metallic Paint Marker. Is it this one I've opened? Yeah, I've opened the really fine liner one. And when you do, I mean, obviously they don't come in all the colours. Listen to the ball bearing in there. And smelling them, have a smell. See that? Did you smell that? It's very solvent-y, isn't it? And when you use these are almost like gilding pens. These remind me of the pens that we used to use in when I did calligraphy, like gilding pens. So I'm not going to compare with those, even though I said I was in the beginning. Or I've cut that bit out and I never said it. So that's really interesting, isn't it? I found that really interesting. There is one more pen that I'm going to compare to, and that's this. Ah, I've got Poscas. I was going to say I've got this Posca metallic pen, which I got in a goodie bag when I went to a trade show. But I have other Posca metallics. Oh, hold the line, people of internet. Yes, this set that I showed in my haul, my last month's haul. This has metallics in it. Oh, look, it's got one of each of the colours as well. Let's do the green first. Is that green the same as that green? Do they have names? Metallic green, extra fine. I mean, they could be the same. But this is a Go Posca uni pen with a uni square thing, and this is uni Posca. So let's see what we have to do. We have to shake, we have to pump, we have to wiggle, we have to make sure it's recapped. So let's shake, 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 shake. shake, shake. Twist to break the polythene. Polythene off. Well, it's nice and slim. Now these are ultra fine. Can you see? Can you see that? They're the ultra fine nibs, which is what I wanted. So, pump, lift, pump, up the gas, pump it up, pump it up. Pump, 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 pump. I'll give it a bit more of a shake. Nothing coming through. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Pump. Pump.
One eternity later.
Pump, 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 pump. Shake, pump, draw. Do 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 do. Real time. Oh, it's coming through. Yay, it's coming through. Okay. Bring you down. Now these are much finer, but obviously they're going to have the same Posca paint in them as the non-fine ones. Oh, I love fine pens. I love fine pens. Oof. That is metallic. That's really interesting. I just took it up to my eyeballs to have a look. That is the cheap pumpy paint pen, and it's watery. That is the Arrtx brush paint pen, and it's not watery. It was lovely to use. These two, they're ink and mica. We're ignoring those. But this Posca one and this Arrtx one, they look as good as each other. Let's use the fine tip to give a sort of maybe the Posca one's more painty. Okay, let's try the brush again. Using the brush is lovely on these though. They've got nice brush tips. It's really difficult to show what that Posca. Look at that Posca. That is beautiful. I like the brush tips on the Arrtx. Let's compare that to the cheapy green again, which is so flowing. It literally feels like it's pouring out the tip. Look, see how wet that is? Yeah, them Posca pens. Them Posca pens are thebomb.com, aren't they? And then the Arrtx brush pens are really nice as well. Alright. Alright. Okay, so let's have a look. I must have a conclusion of some sort. Okay, so my conclusion is these cheapy pens are cheap, but they're as good as the Spectrum Noirs in all reality. They're not much different from the Spectrum Noirs. I wouldn't pay £30 for the Spectrum Noirs, £10 a box. If you want that look, go for the cheapy pens. But the cheapy pens are drying out after a couple of years, as you have seen. Paint pen wise, these cheapy pumpy paint pens are cheap. They're very liquid, they're very runny. So then we got with the Posca and the Arrtx. Now I wished I had a Posca art brush, metallic brush marker to compare to these. But they would be really expensive because Poscas are really expensive. And these weren't too expensive for the 18 of them. I think they were £15 or something like that. So all in all, I love these fine Poscas because I wanted a full set of fine Poscas to do really nice details. But these Arrtx's, they're nice, aren't they? They are nice. The colours are really nice. What I like about them is you see more of the colour than you do of the metallic. They have a beautiful metallic car sheen without the I've got a massive layer of mica in me kind of pen, which is similar to the Posca. The Poscas have that really nice metallic sheen without the I've got a big load of mica in me. I should add 4 paper. I don't know what these are like on stones. I use these on for stone painting and they're fabulous. I don't use any of these for, I haven't bought any of these to use for stone painting, so I just want to see how water resistant they are. Let's do all of them actually. Let's do, these are the G markers, which seem to be fairly water resistant. These are the Arrtx. Not at all water resistant. These are the Spectrum Noir. More what are my faces? These was us mucking about with either, so I know that this is the cheap one. Okay, the cheap ones don't really move at all, so they do definitely feel like, I don't know, there's a bit of paint on there, so. And that wasn't me mucking about. They're the Posca, that's the only Posca that I tried. Just make sure I've got my brush clean. Posca. Nothing coming off on the Posca. So all of the others, the GuangNas didn't, the Arrtx did, Spectrum Noirs didn't, no, other way round. The GuangNa style didn't, Spectrum Noirs did, Arrtx didn't, Cheapy didn't, you can still see the metallic, and Posca didn't. So Arrtx, water resistant, or water, whatever, which would be the case with acrylics and not with ink based pen. Oh, there you go. Anyway, I don't know how useless I don't know how useless that was. I don't know how useful that was. But I would just like to say, if you're interested in metallic markers, these are nice. These are nice. And the other two are alright, but they're cheap. So, yeah, I do like playing with pens. Thanks everyone for watching. Take care.